It's nice to be 2-0. It's nice to be a Towson Tiger. It's really nice to have about 10,000 people in the stands for your home opener. Like a little more. I am proud of the resilience of this football team. We talk about playing football not till the game's over, till they tell us you can't play anymore. And we keep doing that. We really do. We don't get rattled. We get mad and upset, but we don't get rattled. Find a way to win a ball game. I guess in the end, that's the goal. My hat's off. Morgan's coach and their staff and their kids. I've been coaching against those guys for over a decade now, and that Morgan team is not the same Morgan team I've shaken hands with for so many years. They're on the right track. Our coach is doing a heck of a job, and they deserve a lot of credit. They're going to win a lot of football games. But we don't spend a lot of time talking about them. We talk about our guys. So how about asking our guys some questions?
I was going to ask you, Rob.
Oh.
First quarter, it couldn't have been uglier.
I would debate that. I could see a lot uglier than that.
Drop, touchdown pass, and turnover, defensive miscue, et cetera.
You won.
But, no, I mean, second half, were there major adjustments on offense? Or just a
No,
couple?
none.
Well,
We
the
just stopped
offensive
making
line
penalties in the red zone, and we stopped dropping balls.
Offensive line changed, though, right time.
Yeah, because Roman tweaked his ankle a little bit, didn't feel too good, so we put Julian over there. Did an admirable job. Didn't really miss a beat, but that didn't have anything to do with it. We probably dropped more balls, and it's not anything against our guys. They're very good football players. They're going to drop balls every now and then. We drop more balls in one game than we've dropped in the last 3 weeks. And if we'd caught half of them, half of the ones we dropped, there's probably at least 14 more points on the board, and it has a different ring to it. We need to stop having penalties on fourth down in the first quarter, or I'm going to lose my mind. And you guys won't be around to see it. But you guys will.
Tyrrell, I don't know if you would describe the beginning as kind of slow offensively, but was there a turning point for you guys in offense where things began to click?
I mean, just us being disciplined, for real, I'll say that. Like, just us just paying attention to the small detail, just operating, doing the offense right, and everybody just playing together, really just playing as a whole. Like, I feel like once we click, I feel like we get the ball moving. After that, it's really just like we earn ourselves. If you think about it, like in the red zone, the first possession, I'll say, or the second, we draw the ball downfield, think about it, caught the ball, got a flag, push back, and we'll take 3. And that's the same thing with last week, too, you know what I'm saying? Like, not trying to go back to old games, but us just hurting ourselves. I feel like once we get those corrections fixed, like, we'll be fine.
You feel you sort of in the second half had to put the team on your back a little bit with running and some passing as well?
Never. Like, that's our offense. I gotta think about, like, I can't do nothing to the ball get snapped in the line up front. Can't run the ball unless they block outside on the perimeter. Can't do nothing. Like, can't throw the ball unless they block 2, unless they catch the ball. So, really, it's a team effort thing. All the time, every time. So, nah, never.
Let's just say, going back to Darian for a couple touchdown passes after he drops the first one, that you obviously have confidence in him.
For sure, I got belief in all of them. Like, whoever out there, like, I got belief in all of them. I'm gonna come back to them every time. They get too high, I get too high. They calm me down, I calm them down. Like, drop pass, catch. I'm gonna come back to you regardless. Like, I believe in those guys. I seen what they do, like, since I've been here since June. Not June, but August, like, since I've been here. Like, I believe in those guys. I seen them guys make plays the whole camp. So, me not going back to them would be stupid.
Mason, how did it feel to get your first sack?
It felt good, but I wouldn't have been able to do it if D-line wouldn't get a good push. So it felt good though.
Mason, defensively, what changed for you guys in that second half?
Second half, I feel like it was just a different kind of like drive. Offense started putting points on the board, and we just felt like it was our job to make things happen, give the offense back the ball, so put more points on the board.
All right, you guys go look at the stats. I think up until the last drive in the second half, they had run 10 plays on offense. Yes, we keep track of that. They had run 10 plays on offense. We had the ball the entire time.
What do you attribute that to? The case of
We screwed up less on offense. I'll be honest. When we do, I said this in the preseason press conference. I said it last week. I said you guys are gonna get tired of hearing it. It's not about them. It's about us.
Fact.
When we do what we're supposed to do, it really doesn't matter who the other people are on the other side of the field. And I give a lot of credit to the players that we play against, but it's our execution or lack thereof that's going to determine our success. And when we're not shooting ourselves in the foot offensively, we're not going backwards, we're not taking penalties in the red zone, we're not dropping balls. I remove those objects from the table, and all of a sudden we're a very successful offense who controls the game. So that's where you want to get to. I could say some stuff about when I played football here. You had 2 days for a month, and we practiced twice a day for a month. Now I can't practice more than a couple of days without having to take days off, and I can never practice twice. So that live work that we're getting in the first 2 games of the season is probably back in the old days what we used to do in 2.5 weeks of camp. So it's like this everywhere, working together as an offense, as a defense, as a special teams unit, and as a team versus an opponent, versus a live opponent with variable parts. It's a really challenging way when you have to play by the rules that we have to play by. We're not allowed to hit, we're not allowed to tackle. So you look at bad tackling at the beginning of the season. It gets better as it goes along. You're doing stuff for safety's sake, but it doesn't make for clean football. And you watch this on everybody all over the country. It's just the way it is. In a month from now, we won't be having the same conversations.
Would you say the offensive line progressed as the game went on, or are they still a work in progress?
I would say that every single kid that played in this game tonight progressed. And every single kid is a work in progress. Every unit's a work in progress. That if we're going to take 55 guys in a span of a year and then try to find a way in a month and 2 weeks to make them a finely tuned football team in America? No, we're not worried about that. We're worried about us. We're worried about getting better every single day we go to practice. Every game we get better, and we be a decent team in September, a better team in October, and a damn good football team in November and beyond.
Right.
That's how we're going to have to grow it, period.
Rob, Damon Wilson said that, they were well aware of Tyrrell's ability to pass and run, but they just couldn't contain him. Can you talk about how those 2 things make him such a dangerous weapon?
It's frustrating as hell. Have you been to some of our games the last couple of years? What's a kid from Elon? The kid from Elon who couldn't run a 5.4 40 ran for 120 yards against us in the last game of the season once. And Danucci ran for 102, and they never ran for more than 20 yards. It is incredibly frustrating to defend a play, defend players, and then the guy with the ball, who has a ball every single play in his hand, is a dynamic person when things break down. He's really talented, or we're really good recruiters. But that was the goal. When you have a talent like this, it's the same with Tom. You put the ball in their hands, and then you put them in positions to be successful per their skill set. And he and the offensive staff are working week to week because we don't know him that well. So we're taking what we think we know and what he thinks he knows, and we're trying to meld the two to come together. Do 5 years worth of work in 5 weeks, and we're getting better at it every week. We're not where we need to be, but I think we will be in the future. He's learning how to slide too. I had to teach him how to do that this week.
Yeah, true.
You ever see a 50-year-old man slide before?
Can you show us?
It's on film somewhere. You won't find it.
Still can't slide, but I can fall forward just
No,
down.
we had this guy. He did that today. It was great. He did a great job. We got many.
Well, just defensively, what needs to be, does it just need to be sharper in terms of tackling?
Oh, God, yeah. We just need to tackle. Well, 1, we need to stop having penalties. 2, we need to tackle better. And 3, we need to get to the ball better. We're doing it better than we did a year ago, but it's not good enough, not where we need to be. And that guy, number 2, you come hang out at practice and you tell me how I'm going to make our defense practice like that, live, without getting somebody else out. That guy's ridiculous. I don't want to say anything. Can we turn all that on? I got to answer the question if it wasn't on. But he's going to be a really special player on that team and in that league. So I think, let's put it this way, Georgia Southern couldn't tackle him, so I'm not that banged up that we held them to whatever we held them to. That's pretty good.
Was Zeus okay?
Huh?
Zeus okay?
Yeah, yeah. Is Zeus okay?
Well, no, he got the sack and then he got hurt the next
Hey, he
one.
got a cramp and he whined. And Zeus is never okay. I love him to death, but he's never okay.
All right, thanks.
Good? Ed, you good? Michael, any genius?
I got nothing.
You got nothing?
Y'all good to go?
Yeah.
Appreciate you.
Hold on, boss man. First football press conference, man.
That's how this works.
Life's fun. All right, good.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you, guys.
Appreciate y'all.